welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to Soul Food. We're kind of just having a relaxed, chill night tonight. We're gonna basically have the stage open. Anybody that wants to use it, we'll probably have some open jams like that going on. Just having a little fun tonight, a little community, a little gathering, and welcome and thanks for coming. I think we've been having a potluck too, so there's food on the back table if anybody wants to help themselves to a plate. Now, I've never been much of a holiday music aficionado as far as performing, but I guess I'll play the one Christmas song I actually know. Thank you. Now, for the next bit, we're actually going to go on with a little bit of a family tradition here, and I'm going to invite my mother, Lucy Oakes, to come up and read a story for us. And I think you guys will recognize it. It'll all come back to you.
I asked him to bring the story to me. Oh, let me see now. I need big print. He don't know that I'm gold. I keep trying to tell him, does this need to come down a little bit? Hello, can anybody hear me? Yeah, that'd help. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, that was easy, wasn't it? Thank you kindly. Oh, now I've lost my place. Oh, well. Age is wonderful. It just gets better every year. I lost my place. Kevin, you know what page that's on? 105. Which one? 105. 112. No, 5. 105. 105? Yes. All right, let me see. Sometime tonight we're going to get this read. I think I just found it again. I'm serious. I can't see this. And I don't know it by heart. Oh, well. We'll see how we do. All right, can anybody hear me? Yes. All right, you'll never guess what this is. It's a really different Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cat had just settled our visions for a long winter nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, O Comet, O Cupid, O Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his toe, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. And a bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was jolly and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. And I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
I didn't warn my mother about this, but they're in the process of moving and they have their house all packed up. So she actually had her copy of A Night Before Christmas packed in boxes somewhere in the garage. So I actually went out today on an errand to find it somewhere, and the only copy of it I could find in any bookstore that I stopped in was in this anthology with all these other Christmas stories in very tiny type. We probably have a copy of it back there, and I didn't even know it. But anyway, there's a lot of great stories in there, so we might decide to go through this a little later and see what else is in here to read. But next, we're going to bring up Rick Levine to speak some words of wisdom to us, and perhaps tell us what's in store for us in the near future. I'd like to welcome Rick to the stage.
Actually, none of that's going to happen. Yeah, but that's okay. Does this? Of course it does. Yes. So I have two things to share with you. and they're very different. The first is a very short story, a Christmas story, by the writer Neil Gaiman. Some of you might know him from either Sandman or American Gods, or brilliant writer. And he said that he used to get these Christmas cards every year from artist friends, and he'd always feel like so inept because they were like these cool cards and these cool drawings. And one year he decided to write a short story, and he sent it out as a card that year. And it's a 100-word short story that, if you've been counting my words, is shorter than the introduction I just gave to it. It's really been interesting coming across this because it's twisted. It'll change your sense of Christmas forever. Then I'll change it back in the next thing that I read. But this short story goes like this. Nicholas was older than sin, and his beard could grow no whiter. He wanted to die. The dwarfish natives of the Arctic caverns did not speak his language, but conversed in their own twittering tongue. They conducted incomprehensible rituals when they were not actually working in the factories. Once every year, they forced him, sobbing and protesting, into endless night. During the journey, he would stand next to every child in the world, leave one of the dwarves' invisible gifts by its bedside. The children slept, frozen in time. He envied Prometheus and Loki, Sisyphus and Judas. His punishment was harsher. Ho, ho, ho. I mean, this is the mark of a brilliant writer, to be able to do something that bizarre in 100 words, no? Anyhow, Nicholas was. You can find it probably on the internet. The next piece, assuming I can find it, there it is. About 25 years ago, or more, actually it was more than that, because my daughter, who's now 36, was like 4 or 5, and the poem that we just had read to us by Lucy, I came across that and the story about how this guy wrote this poem, as a Christmas gift, the night before Christmas, really. And I began a tradition that lasted in my life for about 20 years. Every year between the solstice and Christmas, I would write another poem. And about 10 years ago, a very literary-oriented friend of mine encouraged me to put these all together into a little book. They actually have the book here. It's called The Gift of the Magi, Christmas for the New Millennium. And I'm going to read you a little excerpt from that. And this is kind of with respect to, was it something more? What was his first? Clement Moore. Thank you. "'Twas the decade of change, and all over the earth, a new human vision was ready for birth. 2,000 years ago, we're told, a teacher was born, ever so bold. He preached of mercy and of love. His star appeared in the heaven above. Words, 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 a flow of words fly over my head like mighty birds, each with an image, each with a tale. On the winds of thought they sail. The words of this teacher from so long ago, on the winds of time they flow. This Christmas song is short and sweet. So sing along and tap your feet. come, march to a different drum. I'll lead the way. Won't you please come? You only need to leave your past. Your worn-out thoughts just will not last. You need to lose your mind. Fixed ideas get left behind. Whatever religion you have learned, whatever truths you have discerned, whatever path your spirits trod, whatever name you call your God, for just one moment, forget it all. Forgive me here, forgive my gall, but you see, truth is beyond a point of view. Dogma needs to be seen through. Sure, Jesus had something to say, but so did Buddha and Lao Tse, so did Mohammed and Confucius, Abraham and Martin Luther. Now, in this age of communication, we have so much more information than our ancestors could ever get. So their beliefs in stone were set. We each suffer from the disease of the past. In our own unique molds, we each have been cast. It prevents us from living here and now. It keeps us from the way of the Tao. The Tao of our time is breaking down walls. From the Mideast to Berlin, the old way falls. Arab and Jew must now join hands. Peace must now spread through the lands. East and West must now unite. It is time to see the light. The light. The light in ancient sky. The Christmas star. The child must die. In Herod's court, the way was fear. If babe was born, then change was near. So fundamental structures grew, resistance to change from Roman and Jew. But in the hills of Galilee, a new vision was setting man's souls free. A vision from a dissident Jew who told the rabbis that something was new. Man can forgive man, he said. It's God's gift. We each can do it, and spirits will lift. We can let go of our past and help make a clean slate. We can do it today before it's too late. We can choose to see truth in all spiritual ways. We can choose to see through the religious haze. God doesn't need churches to sell him on earth or TV or in books to increase his net worth. God doesn't need humans to use his or her name to make moral judgments of others who think not the same. The churches have taken the life out of love. Put it back in your hearts and the stars up above. Let's proclaim today, for once and for all, that fundamental beliefs act like Berlin's Wall. Let them crumble away. Make room for the new. The curtain is drawn. Let's take in the view. We can see forever through all time and space. We can treat one another with mercy and grace. We resolve our own differences with just compromise. We can accept each other and thereby be wise. We can fill our hearts with love and with trust. If we are to survive, then do this we must. So my simple call at the end of this year is to plant a seed of holiday cheer. Then water it, nurture it, feed it, and then honor your seedlings, just like the wise men. Spread seeds of love from within your own heart. Pull folks together. Don't push them apart. For the seeds that you plant will grow and mature, and their seeds will fall through the cracks on the floor. And they'll find fertile ground, and they'll take root, and as time goes on, new sprouts will shoot. The earth, a tiny sphere in space, is home to all the human race. This spinning globe goes round the sun as years tick by one. Each year at this special time, my pen turns out another rhyme. For this is a special time of year, a time of love, a time of cheer. No matter what your place in life, no matter your wealth, no matter your strife, no matter what name you call your God, no matter if your life is hard, this time of year holds much in store. For Christians, Jews, for rich and poor, for Muslims, Hindus, and for Jain, the meaning of it is the same. For this special time is like a seed. Now, my words I hope you'll heed. The seed planted in the dark of night will, in daytime, bloom so bright. The seed planted in winter dark will grow in spring from a tiny spark. And I've just managed to totally lose my place. There it is. The downside of not having paper. The seed planted in winter dark will grow in spring from a tiny spark. The seeds of love will bring fruit to the land. Orchards will grow where once there was sand. All this from letting go of your fears. All this from letting go of your thoughts, from dropping your shoulds, your musts, and your oughts. Breathe in the universe as it flows through your life. Increase your ease and decrease your strife. Let the universe speak. Let us all hear it right. Let the holidays bring us love and light. O Bethlehem, the sleepy town, the wondrous light, the thunderous sound, the darkest night, the Lord of light, it surely was a glorious sight. Oh, Puget Sound, all lined with gray, the lights, the sounds are here today. The waters come, the trees, they grow, the thoughts we share, the seeds we sow. From times gone by to times not yet, our dreams stay dry, but our lives get wet. The tiny earth goes round in space while we humans run our race. We think we know what's going round. Our feet, we think, are on the ground. But when we finally learn the score, we see that there is so much more. The earth, immense, each day grows small. The teeming masses heed the call of freedom's urge, too strong to kill. Of tyranny, we've had our fill, watching brothers in foreign lands throw off the grip of iron hands as iron curtains disappear. Global peace becomes so clear, for war is caused by governments and the building up of armaments, not by folks like you and me who only want to feel we're free. With TV, radio, and music around, even peasants in China have heard freedom's sound. In dark places, under tyranny's fist, plain folk are confronted with what they have missed. Democracy, the vision of Jefferson and Paine, has spread like wildfire over the plain. It's been washed to the sea by the early spring rain, and in faraway places it rises again. Like the ebb and the flow of ocean's great tide, we humans are only along for the ride, but at times, so few. But they do exist. We can put our foot down, and we can resist. We can redirect even the ocean so strong and say beyond doubt, this is not right, it's wrong. Take control of the tide. Be cause, not effect. Like the man in the Bible when he started his sect. A few followers at first, a small, humble start, but the words were so true and they hit the mark. Russian, Czech, Chinese, and Pole, we're all part of a greater whole. Christian, atheist, Jain, Hindu, Buddhist, Mormon, Muslim, Jew. From every corner of the world, we see the flags proudly unfurled, declaring that at last we're free. a consciousness called humanity, the sum of every child, woman, and man, each playing out a cosmic plan, for life is a stage. We play our part. We think with our heads, we feel with our heart, we pray with our soul, we see with our eyes. We sink to the depths and soar through the skies. We live life and love, this I do know. But at this time of year when the sun sinks low, a dimension is added from way in the past. A man is remembered whose deeds seem to last. At this special time of year, take time and listen to what you hear. Do you hear the sounds of capital gains, the rules of religion like binding chains? Or do you have a wider vision of things? Do you know the real meaning of the King of Kings? 3 astrologers who saw his special star rise. They knew when to act. What made them so wise? For they knew, you see, to watch for the signs. They knew it was important. They were in touch with their time. And today, there's so much to be distracted by. We can't be too lazy. We must surely try to hold on to our center in the midst of it all, to watch for the signs, and to heed the call of the path that will lead us to greater heights, to embrace the downtrodden in their basic fights, to worship our God in our unique style, to live life the fullest, to keep wearing that smile, to smile within, 'cause you know in your heart that we're each important as we play out our part. No matter your religious or political stands, you can see the change spreading throughout all the lands. We must now find a place in our heart by spreading peace. We each do our part. The lesson of the Christmas star: it matters not how small you are. So as waves of change lap at our shores, I sing happy holidays to you and to yours. Thank you for your indulgence. And now we can turn to page 322 in our hymnals. By the way, that all began as a realization. I mean, I grew up. I remember Ram Dass, who once asked if he was Jewish, said only on my parents' side. And I grew up in a Jewish family, but I always loved Christmas. It's like Irving Berlin, who wrote "I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas." And throughout the years, as I became an astrologer, I began to become more and more enamored with what's the deal about the Christmas star. Because it's my belief that the things that are handed down to us from mythology are basically true. You know, the shit happened, you know, one way or another. We may not have the right explanations for it, but a lot of that stuff actually seems to have happened. And it turns out that the 3 magi are pretty well documented in Persian history as Zoroastrian priests. That's what magi are. Like a rabbi is a Jewish priest, a magi is a Zoroastrian priest, and they watch the rhythms of the stars, of the planets. And I later discovered that it was Johannes Kepler, the guy who figured out the laws of planetary motion, that also calculated backwards and realized that around 6 BC was a conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which happens every 20 years, but it only happens once every 450 some odd years in the sign of Pisces for the first time in that cycle. And Pisces was considered to be the sign of the Hebrews at that time. And so you had this 20-year cycle that all of a sudden happened in this particular sign, and these magi who were watching these rhythms got really excited because they knew. You see, to be born in the house of David, we don't get this in modern times, but to be born in the lineage of David didn't mean that your father or your grandfather was a relative of King David. no more than to be born as the Dalai Lama in that lineage means that your parents were. The lineage is something else. And to be a king, you had to be born under the king's star, which was, the king's star is considered to be Jupiter. But every 20 years it lines up with Father Time, Saturn, and that was considered to be a big deal. So, the Magi went off looking for the event to fill the astrological imagery. And interestingly enough, it turns out that much to our modern chagrin, that Jesus was not born in the year 0 or 1, that he was in fact born in 6 or 7 BC, that the guy who was in charge of setting the date for the Pope in, I think in the year 600 and something in the 7th century, a guy named Dionysius Exiguus, which really means Dennis the Short, well, he came up short because he somehow looked at all the rules, and he never realized that Augustus and Octavius were the same person. And so he lost 4 or 5 years there. And then being a Roman, the Roman numerals, there's no sign for 0 because the Catholic Church couldn't handle a symbol for nothingness. And that's another whole fascinating story about how they outlawed the cipher, which is an Arab word for a Chinese invention, which they then finally, under pressure, relinquished and renamed it an Italian name, the zero. Anyhow, so the other problem was that poor Dennis the Short never realized that there was a year 0. So he lost a year. It went, it just started with year 1. So anyhow, it turns out that our chronology is a bit messed up, and that the Star of Bethlehem was highly likely, although we'll never know, a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in the sign of Pisces, and that's what kind of got me on this whole track. And thank you for your second round of indulgence. Now on to the music.
Rick Levine, ladies and gentlemen. I guess on with the music or on with whatever. Does somebody have a story or something they'd like to share with us tonight? Words of wisdom, anything? If not, I'm going to ask Dave to grab his ukulele, which I'm sure has words of wisdom as well. Okay, we're going to go find someone to play us some songs.
This has got uke chords, but it's got guitar chords over it. Can I move this? Travel along, singing a song. All right. Well, thank you. I'm here all week. We're going to get a few other folks up here, too, to jam. Okay. Want more? Let's try this a little bit over. Is that as far as it goes? Hold on. How about that? Check it, 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Test, test, test. I've only got sing along if you like. Let's do a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So those are ukulele chords, by the way. So, but these are guitar chords. Want to play the little intro part, and then you can come in. You can come in on the C. Yeah. It's got a bunch of fun chords. You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of them all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say no. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeers loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. One more time. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say no. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeers loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Beautiful. We haven't even rehearsed. I did.
Yeah, that's all good. How about Jingle Bells? Play along with her, then we'll go Jingle Bells. You guys don't know this one? Jingle Bells, sing along with us. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making the sweet winds bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse So let's say let's go. We go. So go through. There's the first ending. D7, and then the second time through A7 to D7, and right there. And then I'm gonna do a third time through. I'm gonna hum that all the way up to here. Go to the second verse, and then I'm gonna come in on What a Bright Time. Okay. This is called Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing and bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime, jingle bell time. Dancing, prancing, jingle bell square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clouds. Mix and mingle and mingle the beat. That's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell ride. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, swell time, go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clouds. Mix and mingle and mingle the beat. That's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell, that's a jingle bell ride. I know, well, how about we'll bring Clint up for some drums and Johan too. Where'd you go? Johan, you gonna do some Feliz Navidad with us and Clint? Clint on the drums. So caps on this one. No, we're not gonna do one. So Feliz Navidad. Okay, the Spanish part is A minor. I kind of did a Feliz Navidad. Clint in the house? Clint? We need a drummer. Drummer? Volunteer drummers?
Where's the little drummer boy when you need him?
Yeah. I think I heard the door. We can do the chipmunk song. Here's one. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Oh, we're going to do Feliz Navidad. Do you want to sing it? You want to sing Blue Christmas? Blue Christmas? show must go on.
On Silent Night.
Silent Night. Why not?
That's all of it. That's all of
You
it.
wish you Merry Christmas?
Yeah, let's try that one.
All right.
Third verse.
I was waiting for. Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Did I mention we didn't rehearse? I think we got to do Feliz Navidad.
Okay. Where's our drummer boy? Right here. I mean, besides.
We're gonna have to. Oh, go in.
Well, I asked Clint to come and join us.
Chopped liver.
Oh, you're gonna play guitar in this one though.
Okay, let's try.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna do
Look
that
at
the Spanish part twice and then
See
the.
how
I kind of
gold
chopped it
tuna
up just
fish.
because you know these parts of it. Yep. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Well, that's all, folks. Unless someone plays a Beatle.
Right. That's Speedy Gonzalez today.
Kevin already played that one.
Kevin Springsteen write that one?
We didn't write it. No little Folsom Prison.
Folsom Prison. Folsom Christmas Blues.
All right. Well, thanks for singing along and sticking around. And
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
I know I saw Clint with his guitar, so I'm sure he wanted to do it.
Yeah, I know he did. He probably heard us around.
You know what? That's a good idea. Oh, I'll go look for it.
We got a lot of good songs in it. What else we do? More? Rudolph? We did that one. Let us know. Deb came in and I fixed it for you guys.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Recently? It was last year?
You sure you don't want to do the Timberwolves song?
Okay, if you can sing it, it can be easy. Well,
Here we
the
go.
Easter parade?
Should we try this one? That's more of a. Actually, I do one with Mickey if she wants to come play one. Yeah, we got to save that one for New Year's, don't we?
Hey, Glenn, you want to play some songs? Well, we missed you on Feliz Navidad. Okie doke.
Thanks for bringing in the book, Dave.
Merry Christmas. Dave Goldberg, everybody.
Sounds great.
Hey, and the other baby in the back room, and Julie is just sleeping sweet too. Yeah, that's the good thing about having twins is you can always lend one out to a friend. You know, you got a spare. There's so many easy things about it. Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, okay. Well, I've been singing all day. My voice is a little bit hoarse. I was singing through Target, through Fred Meyer, through Trader Joe's, through QFC with May today, singing the only song that would keep her happy while we were going through our retail experience, which was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I sang that over and over again. Now, May, bless her heart, she loves that song and she only loves it at loud volumes. So here I am going through the grocery store with Rudolph really loud and it turning some eyes and almost feels like that one day a year where you can sing out, and though you might get a funny look, that's just normal. It's Christmas time, it's Hanukkah, it's that time where we gather and we celebrate the fact that it won't be as dark tomorrow as it was leading up to today. This is a song my dad wrote and would sing to us for Christmas time. I miss the sound of Christmas tide, the cry of gulls, the fairy rides. I wish I were, I wish I might be going home again tonight. These city streets are all aglow, but it's not home and there's no snow to turn the Cascades winter white. There'll be no Christmas tides tonight. Oh, Christmas tides, oh, Christmas tides, the old familiar memories rise. Oh, Christmas tides, oh, Christmas tides. Like ghosts that drift in from the night, with faces lit by candlelight, and names that fall with soft caress, like bogus shield, Dungeness, and all the things I once held dear come back to me this time of year. The days are long, the years go by. I see them passing one by one. If I could only turn them back to yesterday when I was young. Oh, Christmas tides, oh, Christmas tides, the old familiar memories rise. Christmas tides, oh, Christmas tides. Like ghosts that drift in from the night, with faces lit by candlelight, and names that fall with soft caress, like bogus shield, Dungeness, and all the things I once held dear come back to me this time of year. Oh, the smell of wind off rain-swept pines drifting down on Puget Sound. The sight of softly falling snow and Christmas tides of long ago. I miss the sound of Christmas tides, the cry of gulls, all the fairy rides, wish I might be going home again tonight. I'm going home tonight. Thanks. I grew up on Hollywood Hill in Woodinville, in a log cabin up in the woods with my big brother Zane, my little sister Gracie, and my dad and mom. And of all the Christmas things and traditions that we had, my favorite was the fact that one of the uncles had built this Christmas light contraption that you could plug in the lights in a certain way and plug it into the stereo system. And then the low tones were the blue lights on the tree, the middle tones were the green lights, and the high tones were the red lights. And they would, if it was real soft, they'd be dim. If it was loud, they'd be strong, bright. And I swear, I thought the Christmas tree was alive, because every song you would play, you could see the Christmas tree just like performing it. We'd turn off all the lights in the house and just turn the Christmas lights on. And the song that would play that would always get my dad, you see a little spark, a little tear in his eye, was this next one. I'd like you to sing it with me. Holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. last night was a little dark, was hard to see. From out of the black whispers my name in a voice as hot as the flame. She leaned close to me and asked me to dance. She said, boy, this might be your last chance. Stand close to me now, look her right in my eyes. Now tell me, how bad do you really want to touch the skies? I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be here now. An old man, he sits beside himself at a table neath the window near the door. I stop and think to myself, did he ever really want more? Did he laugh? Did he live? Or did he love and forgive? Did he yell just as loud as he could? And at the end of his day, does he sit back and say all the things he wished he would? I am alive. I will sing, I will dance and scream. I am alive. I will be who I want to be here now. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. For the next one, the last one I'd like to do up on the stage, I'd like to bring Mr. McHale up tonight to join me. McHale, are you still out there? Yeah, right? Come on up, brother. McHale. Sure love you, McHale. Thanks for being part of Soul Food. Thanks for holding a space here that not just today, but every day's Christmas here. There's this thing about the magic that's held in these walls, that's held in the hearts of the people who come in. It's held in the daily ceremony of waking up over a cup of coffee with your neighbors. It's a privilege calling you guys family. Merry Christmas.
I was cleaning out my glove box today. And I found something I almost don't remember. It's seen better days, but maybe all of us have seen better days, huh? Sometimes. Started out being called I am the place that inhabits the soul. But these days the name I like to say it as is, I am the love that inhabits the soul. Places we love exist only through us. Places we love together. 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 When you go, space closes over like water behind you. Do not look back. There is nothing outside you. Space is only time, visible in a different way. Places we love, we can never leave. I am the book that makes the word. I am the song that sings the bird. I'm the storm that rides the cloud. I'm the form that covers the shroud. I'm the river that swims the fish. I'm the food that serves the dish. I am the courage that awakens the stage. I am the beauty that defies the age. I'm the mushroom that grows the bark. I'm the shadow that swallows the dark. I'm the tender that ignites the spark. I'm the two that loves the one. The earth that shines the sun. The space that holds the room. The tide that moves the moon. I am the heart that heals the whole. I am the love that inhabits the soul. I'm the elder that enlivens the youth. I'm the silence that manifests the truth. I'm the stream that halts the sand. I'm the clay that molds the hand. I'm the tree that grows the land. I'm the peace that emanates the tree trunk. I'm the wolf that tickles the chipmunk. I'm the mystery that changes the twirl. I'm the boy that magics the girl. I'm the unicorn that lives the purity. I am the freedom that releases the clarity. I'm the honey that dances the light. I am the sky that affirms the flight. I'm the shoulder that sits the chickadee. I'm the flower that pollinates the bee. I'm the lock that opens the key. I'm the what's next that unfolds into the be here now. I'm the wisdom within that threads through the harmony of how. I'm the roof that inspires the rafter. I am the grace that births the laughter. I'm the ocean that fills the river. I am the ice that chills the shiver. I'm the fire that feeds the air. I'm the need that answers the prayer. I'm the rose that chimes the end. I'm the lover that finds the friend. I'm the forest that breathes the wind. Thank you for listening.
Christmas, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. It's good to share the neighborhood. It's good to see the neighborhood out here on this night of celebration. It's good to see all of your faces. So, is there anybody out there that would like to take the stage, sing a song, tell a story, share words with us tonight? If not, I'll go ahead and play a closing song for us. And last call. I'm in 5. That sounds like me. So, like I said when I started the show, I don't know a whole lot of. For some reason, I just never learned a whole lot of holiday songs, but I think this song is good for any occasion where we're talking about, peace and love and joy and togetherness. A lot of you might recognize it. If you did, feel free to sing along. Love is but a song we sing. Fear is the way we die. You can make the mountains ring and make the angels cry. No, the dove is on the wing. You need not know why. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for coming out and celebrating with this great neighborhood. Have a Merry Christmas, Merry Solstice. Whatever you celebrate, love, joy, peace. Have a great one.